What is up, jokesters? This is your big homie Jokesta back at it with a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 loadouts that I actually run, and we're also going to run down the settings that I use, like the HUD, FOV, all that stuff, and let's get right into it. So the very first loadout that I have is the sniper, the DLQ-33. Now I've been kind of switching snipers between the DLQ and the Outlaw. So I'm going to show you guys both of those sniper rifle gunsmith build. So for the DLQ-33, this is my loadout. I mean, it's pretty solid. A lot of people always tell me to change something, and I'm like, bro, it's not about what attachment is better. It's about your, your play style. Like, how do you use a weapon determines your play style. So yeah, like my play style is aggressive, sometimes passive, and I usually switch in between. And this is the reason why I have Outlaw, for example, because it's kind of an aggressive type of weapon. It quick scopes really quick, and it helps me to push the enemy spawns and all that stuff. So that is my two sniper rifles that I switch in between on and off. And I also use the 50 GS as a secondary backup. A lot of people are going to say, hey, you should use a Kimbo, but the thing is, I don't really like it, and whenever I get a kill with the akimbo, it just doesn't make it satisfying for me. And I really like having a Deagle where I get a kill. It's satisfying every time I shoot it and I actually get a kill. It's like, wow, it impresses me. So it's honestly personal preference. You guys can switch it up however you want, but this is how I kind of run my 50 GS here. And with this perk, with the perks on this class, I use Agile. Agile helps out with my sniping skills a little bit better, and I know a lot of people say lightweight is better, blah 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 blah, but Agile is kind of nice whenever I need to rush to their spawns or do something really quick. I need to stop, scope in, and shoot, right? With this thing is aim time of the weapon after sprinting is reduced a lot, so I really like that. It helps out a lot. And I also run toughness. I mean, why not? I mean, there's other perks that you could use, but I'd rather use toughness. And I'm also running Dead Silent. Dead Silent, they say it's nerfed and all, but I actually like walking and crouching so they can't hear me, and that kind of works out for me. Anyways, that is my first class, and we're moving on to the second one. The second class is the ASM10. Now this is more of a, like, if I run into someone using the ASM10, I'm going to pull this out and just punish them back. It's really annoying playing against ASM users, so this is kind of my backup just in case if I do encounter them. So this is my gunsmith build. It's pretty solid. No stock, super grip tape, a strike foregrip, OWC laser tactical, MIP light barrel short. It's pretty solid. It's not really much. You can change it up however you want, but that's just the way I run things. And honestly, this is more of a domination class. I don't really play much with the number 2 class. I barely use it, but this is my pistol for MW11. So if anyone wants to grab that and they're interested in trying it out, shoots really quick, pretty easy to get kills with. But yeah, moving on to and the perks: lightweight, toughness, and Dead Silent. I mean, Dead Silent for domination probably doesn't really make sense. I should probably switch it up a little bit, maybe like high alert. All right, moving on to class number 3. Class number 3 is the AK47. I really like playing with it. Sometimes on stream I would play with it, but most of the time I'd be playing aggressive. Nowadays I switched it up a little bit. But when I was in the passive stage, I actually liked playing with the AK47, and this is my class for the AK. Now it's not that great, but it's pretty decent, and I'm running no stock, light barrel, strike foregrip, 545 caliber ammo, and triple grip tape as well. Overall, it's a pretty solid build. It's not bad at all. You guys can do whatever build. I know a lot of people are going to say, well, this is, you shouldn't use this or that and this and that. Guys, it's personal preference. It's the way you play. Like for me, I play differently, And so for other players, they play differently. They have different recoil controls for them. I mean, everybody has the same recoil, but for me, I control it differently. And everyone's different, you know. And I know a lot of people are gonna roast me in the comments. I get it, but anyways, this is the FHJ. There's no attachments for that. You don't really need that attachments. Got trip mines and the rest of that stuff, but this is more of a like domination, TDM, maybe hardpoint. That's about it. It's not really much that I use for search and destroy. I don't use them. Anyways, moving on to number 4. This one's really one of my favorites. I actually used this one a lot back in like probably last month or something. I love the ICR. ICR is such a great weapon. It's pretty solid, gets the job done. Like, I really like the fact that it gets the job done. There's some other things that I would like to have. Like, I would like to replace strike foregrip. You can actually I don't really need strike foregrip, to be honest. I'd rather have 50 rounds, you know, to be honest. I don't know why I had strike foregrip, but yeah, like I said, it's personal preference. Everyone's different. Everyone can have whatever build they want, but again, this is just the one that I usually run with. And ICR is such a great weapon, and this character, Ghost Plasma, matches so well with the ICR Dark Matter. It just looks great. I really like it. Now, I also run lightweight on this. I run Vulture because I run out of bullets really quick, and I'm trying to drop nukes and stuff like that, so it helps out a lot. And I'm running Dead Silence. I mean, for domination, you can use whatever, but I like Dead Silent on domination, okay? Moving on to number 5 is the BK57. Now, I did a stream a couple of days ago. Someone recommended me the BK, and I was like, all right, let's try the BK57. Let's try it out. And it's a pretty solid class. I really enjoyed playing with it, even though there could be a little bit better ones, but this one just fit my play style, and I was just popping off with it. The thing is, the BK57 is good with long range, you know, whatever, but it's just not there. I don't think it's top 3 weapon, but it's fun to play around with. Anyways, the backup weapon that I have for this one is kind of similar to the first one that I had. Simple stuff. And yeah, let's move on to number 6. Number 6 is more of a, oh, sorry, Vendetta. Number 6 is actually the QXR. This is one of my aggressive classes. This is more for search and destroy. Now, I do have another class that is toughness. So this is search and destroy type of class. This is more of a like search and destroy and domination type of thing. So yeah, this is kind of the similar, you know, builds, but they at least they have different perks and attachments, of course. So with this one, I decided to go with the MIP light flash guard. And the other build that you guys are going to see on my 9th is with the suppressor. I really like using suppressors on this stuff, and it looks great. It does the job. It's more for people that actually don't like using suppressors. You can try this one out. It's actually really good. And recently I read a comment. They said that you don't really need no stock. You can replace it with a strike foregrip. So let me actually take a look at the stats really quick. Wait a minute. So there we go. So if I replace, you can tell that, yeah, you can probably have a little bit less mobility. I might try it out some other time, or hang on, maybe I could try. Someone told me that I should switch it out for a grip because there's like no reason to use no stock, but I'm gonna try it out whenever I play rank again, you know, mess around with this stuff. And yeah, so I'm also using tracker for this perk. It just allows me to track it down the enemy a lot faster. Dead silent and lightweight. I'm also using the magical eye knife. This is a really rare knife, and it came out like back then when pre-season, and it was kind of rare. So I really enjoy playing with it, and it looks so good in the game. I can't wait to bring you guys some other content here on the main channel with me using the knife magical eye. Next up, we got the loadout number 7. Now, I could have used the loadout number 7 on the loadout number 5, but I just have this as my backup. Again, like I said, with number 2. Number 2 is the ASM, so this is more of a like as well. Like if I run into someone using the DRH and they're popping off, they're just like, you know, they're just playing like crazy, and they have an iPad and they're sitting next to their Wi-Fi and their $700 headphones, like, then yeah, pull this one out and start slapping back. That's what we do here. And I'm running lightweight. I'm running quick fix. I'm also running dead silent. Now for the attachments for the DRH, it's pretty similar to a lot of people's builds on YouTube, and this one kind of is on my main channel. If you guys scroll over, you guys can find the DRH video. I've actually made a gameplays with it. It's pretty solid. Overall, it's a pretty solid one, but you just gotta pre-aim a lot. Now that is it for this class, I believe, and let's go ahead and finish up with the couple last ones. All right, so we got the Fennec. Fennec is something new that I've been kind of testing around. I'm on the fence between the Fennec and the AGR, but recently I decided, you know what, I want to try out the Fennec, and this is the build that I actually built. It's pretty solid, and yeah, same thing with the loadouts here, the perks. Overall, it's like, it's okay, you know, it's not that bad. Honestly, it's not bad at all. It's just the Fennec just needs a little bit more, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what it is about the Fennec. I'm just trying to get good with it. So I'll be testing it out a little bit more there and there, but I want to get you guys something good with the Fennec. Hopefully I can make it my main weapon. But yeah, Fennec is kind of coming up there. Moving on to number 9 is the QXR. The QXR is quite a nice gun. A lot of people really didn't like it at first, but I actually love it. I made some content with it, and so far it's pretty solid. So this is the build that I'm actually using right now, and it's great. I really like it. It's good. It's straight up. I added the extended mag. You don't really need extended. You could probably get like a laser or underbarrel to replace the extended mag, but for me personally, I like having extended. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm running toughness as well, dead silent, and lightweight. Pretty quick stuff. Moving on to number 10 is the QQ9. The QQ9, it's also a pretty solid weapon. I don't mind playing with this a lot, but most of the time I feel like the QXR is just outgunning the QQ9 by a lot. And I don't know about the QQ9, it's just not there for me right now. So I just gotta figure out new attachments or something. Maybe I could make something work with the new attachments, but this is my old attachments, and I've switched up a couple things. I actually added wild hip fire. It helps out with the hip firing and like moving and sliding and jumping a little bit there and there. So I added that. That's something new to the QQ9, but overall, this is terrible recoil. Like terrible, straight up. Like I don't recommend this, but if you're out there and you're trying to like master this crazy recoil, and you happen to master this, then yeah, you're gonna be popping off, man. This thing is good if you can master the control, but the controls here suck and the accuracy sucks. So yeah, that's the only downside to it. I'm gonna have to rebuild this, maybe eventually try something else. So there is other attachment that I actually have right here, for example. It's also solid, but again, the control is kind of wild. Let me see this one really quick. I think it's the same one. But anyways, yeah, that is the top 10 loadouts that I use on a daily basis. And yeah, for this build, I'm actually using Vulture because this is a really good build for like domination and stuff like that. All right, moving on to my settings. So I actually have my HUD right here. I'm gonna just bump everything up for you guys to see. So it is, my map is right here. A lot of people always ask me, where's my mini map? It's right here, guys. And this is my hip fire button. Okay, so sometimes I aim down sight, and sometimes I need to just hip fire. So this is my button right there. I usually put it on a very low capacity. So there we go. Moving on over here, this is my scope. This is my crouch. And then this is my jump. This is my reload. This is my prone, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Like that's about it. There's not much to it, but it's pretty solid overall. It's 4-finger claw. I use gyroscope as well. So yeah, moving on to the basics. This is what I use on my basic. Not much, but that's alright. I use tap to hold ADS because it's a lot easier for me. Always sprint is 91. I always put it at 90, but it's always goes 91. I have on for gyroscope. Camera FOV is at 60. And yeah, that's about it. Now for the audio and graphics, my graphics is very high, maxed out, and realistic graphics. The audio, as you guys saw in my previous video, I talked about the audio. This is what I have. Now for sensitivity, I have fixed speed because I don't like to have I don't want to get used to a speed acceleration and in one day just not flick hard enough. So I rather just get used to it. Custom, so I have 41 on my standard sensitivity. ADS sensitivity is at 51. The rest is 30. Same thing with the firing sensitivity at 41, 51, and then the rest is 30. Then for gyroscope, I have 75, 65, and then 65, and the rest goes 20 and 30 and 15. So that is it for my sensitivity, and yeah, that's about it. I don't think I have anything else to show you guys. Yeah, that's about it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, slap a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one.